Okay, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I went to the hardware store, got a couple longer bolts. I believe they were, let me think, M12s, 125 pitch, about 2.5 inches long. Pulled those out, stuck those in there so I could lower it down without bringing out a motorcycle stand, which would have worked just to lower the whole thing down. And then on the other side, you're gonna loosen up those bolts there. Where is it? There it is. One down there and one way down there. Don't drop them all the way out. Just loosen them up, maybe bring them out an inch, maybe. Just enough where you can teeter this tank. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make this as smooth as possible. Okay, up here is where that connector is that you can get from Ford. As you can see, I've already pulled it off. It is right there. I was able to reach in there and pull back the locking clip with my fingers, but then trying to pinch those two blue pins there was a little hard. So I was able to get my finger on one side and pushed it with a screwdriver on the other side, just that little screwdriver, and pry up a little bit, and it came right off. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new cap on there for that fuel line, and I'll probably get the pump mounted, but let me get that going there. Okay, I'm assuming that the blue hose in this kit is the one that you attach to the connector in for the fuel tank, because it's the shortest. The other one is the white one, and it's really long. In fact, I've got that stretched out on my trailer right now, as you can see. Hope that sun doesn't too bright, to help straighten it out. And then I've got silicone heat sheet back there all stretched out to get it all warm, so it'll be a lot pliable and easier to use. So, okay. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold this and put that connector on. So let me set this down and then I'll show you when it's on. Okay, that was pretty simple. Push it down and then reach behind it and push that yellow clip. This yellow clip right here, you want to push that back in to lock it into place so it doesn't leak on you. So here we go. Got the hose and everything there, so I'm going to figure out where to mount that pump, and then I'll show you that when we get that done. We'll put the fuel filter in also, and then I'm going to route it all the way over across to the other side, and then put a plug on it so I don't get a check engine light for a vapor leak. All right. And by the way, it's going to be about 95 today, I think, or 97. So I'm going to try to hurry up and get a lot of this done. All right, here we go. Hey, the one thing I probably forgot to mention was make sure you don't have a lot of gas in the tank. I think I'm just below a quarter tank. So I was able just to push this tank up on my own to get those factory bolts put back in it. So it was quite easy. As you can see, they're all buttoned back up again. All right, I hope this video doesn't disorient you guys. I could see where it would, but try to slow it down as much as I could. All right, now I'm going to figure out where to put that pump. I think I probably have to use one of these holes. I may have to drill one and put a speed nut in there. Or I forgot what they're called. They're like a rivet nut. Rev nut? Is that what they're called? We'll see. Maybe on the side. I'm not real sure yet. I think a lot of people put them right here, but I want to put my fuel filter before. Maybe down here. I don't know. Maybe down there in that one. We'll see. Let me think about this for a minute. So I put the rev nut there in that little hexagon hole, and this is what we use. The Astro 1450. It's not the big guns, but it's the medium-sized guns, and it works good. We used it all throughout the van, putting these rev nuts in. So I'm going to look at the grass. My weeds, looks like grass. Gonna mount this pump. Hold on. Okay. Gonna mount that pump right there. And then you have to make sure it's kind of at a downward angle there. So let me get that done. So you have to have this pump at an angle, say like 15 degrees. So what I did was I took this to the die grinder that I have in my shop, and on the wire wheel, I don't know if you can see that, I cut a little bit off with the wire wheel to give it an angle. So when you put this up in to this rev nut up here, it's going to put it at an angle that you want at that degree, so the fuel flows down like that. I'll show you when I get it bolted in. So that didn't really give me the angle that I wanted by doing that. So I went into the garage looking around, found a heavy-duty clamp, and put it in my vise, and I crimped it. So I'm going to put that on the bottom side, and it should bring it down to at least 15 to 20 degrees. You want it to, I think, 15 to 35 degrees angle. So let me put that on there and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's a lot better. I don't know why they don't give you a wedge, plastic wedge or something to get that angle. That's just crazy they don't do that. But I know there's places where you can buy wedges and stuff like that, so give that a try. But for this little clamp worked out for me, and it was free. So I did it, I routed it underneath here, up by the canister, across the top of the dry shaft, and came out the other side. I got it tie strapped and everything stuffed up in that little cubby. So I'm going to get the seat out, and I think it's going to come out right in there approximately where we'll have to hook it up. So that part's done. The wiring, this is the wiring. The pump is plugged in. We just got to power it up to the Bison 2000A by General Components, and we should be good to go. Not that we need it right now, it's hot, but I wanted to get this in just in case we decide to head up to the mountains if all that snow up there melts sooner than predicted with all this warm weather. So it might be some camping up there coming up, and it does get a little colder at night. So that's going to do it for today. Maybe in a couple days I get some time, I'll finish this up. So until the next day, we're going to stop it here. Thanks, guys.